Good morning. This is Steve from Parkland, Florida. This is number two, the second vlog in my week recap of my inguinal hernia surgery, which I don't know what time is it. It's which is just about 24 hours out now, and I wanted to do this day by day because I wanted everybody to know out there exactly how it works, exactly what they say and what they mean, and uh, and I just want everyone to know the truth because I think it's an important surgery to have. Uh, so I'm 24 hours out. Last night was the first night. Uh, so that happy smiling guy you saw last night is still smiling, but I'm not really that happy. It was a painful night. I didn't sleep. I usually watch Fox and CNN. I split it down the middle, and I take 1% from each station and see if I can ascertain the truth. But I got to tell you, I'm feeling like I'm knowing these reporters now, all of them real well by their first names. But anyway, this is my prone report from day two. It's much more comfortable for me to lay down as it is opposed to sitting in a straight back chair, although I'm going to get up and have some coffee in a little bit and sit in that straight back chair. And it's easier to stick this down my pants because there's nothing like gel packs. Let's talk about gel packs for a second. I've read a whole lot of things online about how you try and get 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, at least twice over a 2 or 3 hour period. I'm living with this thing down there. I really am. I had no pain yesterday. I had no pain till about 1 a.m. this morning, and all of a sudden it ramped up. And when I say it ramped up, I'm not saying that to be frightening or anything. It ramped up from a zero. I guess he left a lot of local in there, but it ramped up from about a zero to a I don't know, maybe a 4.5, and it did that in literally a half hour. So I was kind of freaked by it, and I saw the swelling, which was already there, and I saw the black and blue starting to form, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do some of my own doctoring because I've been on this planet 65 years, and I've been using the ice, and I've been controlling the swelling real well, and I'm glad I decided to do that because it's not gotten much worse since last night, and I do know, and I assume, given that I'm not a doctor, that they say you switch to heat after 48 hours because that's about all the swelling you're going to get. So my job today is to control the swelling until tomorrow afternoon about this time, or tomorrow morning this time, and then let's get the blood up to the surface and start healing this wound. I've been walking around the house today. Peeing is a bitch. You can just stand there, and it happens. I mean, eventually. Drinking a lot of water. I wanted to get all that propofol out of my system. In case you didn't see my first video, I had a right side open cut surgery with conscious sedation. I can't see. This is a good point. I can't see the reason to get knocked unconscious and put in a medically induced coma for a surgery that takes 45 minutes to an hour. To me, that made no sense. So I wasn't going to do that. And it's not safe. Well, let me change that. It's probably not as safe as conscious sedation is for a senior citizen like me. And pardon my COVID due. It's been since last March. I mean, it's just, where am I going? But anyway, at least I don't have to diet like the girls do. But it was an interesting experience last night because it's a pain that's different than I've ever felt before. I felt pain, but this was like a freight train kind of pain, and I knew it was all happening the way it was supposed to. I actually expected it to start earlier, and it starts at the incision and works its way down, like many have said, and it ends up right at your scrotum, and it redefines the word blue balls and turns it into purple balls. But all in all, I'm controlling the pain right now with only extra strength Tylenol, 2 every 6 hours, so that's 4,000 milligrams a day. I was prescribed Toradol. I filled the prescription, but I really don't plan on taking it. I don't see any reason. All it does is kind of stop up the works, if you know what I mean. It kind of makes your body not want to pee when it has to, and it makes you stupid. And I'm not a real proponent of any of those three things. And I think that if I could just go another day controlling this pain with the over-the-counter analgesic, I think it's going to be fine. And by the way, I've read a lot of stuff online about the analgesics, the analgesic being analgesics, meaning Tylenol and either ibuprofen or naproxen, which is Aleve. And that's a no-go. That's not safe. I mean, if you dig deep, you'll see that it can cause bleeding internally, and there's absolutely no reason to get involved with something that you probably don't need. It might reduce the swelling, but the ice will reduce the swelling too. And the last thing you want to do is start bleeding internally after a surgery, because then it becomes dangerous. There were a lot of things running through my head this morning. When it really hurt last night, before I got the pain under control with Tylenol, I started thinking to myself, should I have done this? I mean, I had a small inguinal hernia that was just diagnosed 3 months ago. And I would have had it done then, except for COVID. And I thought, well, maybe I can just wait it out. And it started to hurt more. And I thought, geez, well, it's like, it's impinging upon the quality of my life. I'm still a gym rat. I'm an exercise junkie, and I really enjoy it. And there were a lot of other things I couldn't do either, but because it hurt. And my partner and I are still very active. She's lovely, and I wanted to be able to do all the things I like to do. So I thought it would be safe to do this surgery, and I did it. I did it at a surgical center, which is what the doctor recommended. He said it'll be a lot better for you. He said because first of all, it's smaller than a hospital, so there's no hustle and bustle. Everybody's on time there because they only have a certain amount of ORs, and there's no super emergencies that can take up an OR or doctor's time. And he said, obviously less people means less danger, but this place has really great protocol. I actually felt safe there when I took my mask off, as I did when I went to my dentist for my last cleaning. So back to how I feel. I haven't had a bowel movement yet, and I haven't really had the urge. Haven't eaten very much the last couple of days. I'm getting hungry now, which is good, and I already know what to expect when that happens. From everything I've heard, it's not pleasant. But a friend of mine named Brett told me that if you kind of balance out the little bit of pushing by putting your hand on the hernia or where the hernia was, and just like applying counter pressure, it kind of just creates a break even, and the pain isn't as bad as it was the first time you tried. So now that the people who are watching my video here know that, I'm glad. And I learned it from him. That's Brett Jackson. And if you Google Brett Jackson inguinal hernia surgery, if you YouTube it, you'll see his. And I was corresponding with him. I've been corresponding with him. He's a great guy, and he bared it. He laid his soul bare out there, which is, we got to do that because you're not getting the truth. You're just not getting the truth if you go online and look up a doctor and listen to all the bullshit that they tell you. They make it out. I said this yesterday too. They make it out to be like in and out, a half hour, 45 minutes, and you're out walking to the grocery store the next day. Well, that is bullshit. Okay. So far, I feel very lucky, and because on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm maybe a 4, 4.5, and this too shall pass in a day or so. But the thing is that that's not the way it works. That's the way they make the cash register go cha-ching, cha-ching. So most importantly, find a doctor that's going to tell you the truth. My doctor did. He told me it's not a cakewalk. He said it's a nasty little surgery, and he'll do the best he can to make me comfortable. And he did. He kept the pain away for 12 hours last night, which which is a quarter of the time that would have been using the ice bag. So 12, 24, 36, 48. So at any rate, that's the most important thing. Understand what you're getting into, and understand that what you're getting into is way better than getting into a bowel resection. If, God forbid, your little inguinal hernia just squeezes through the abdominal wall and won't go back in. It happens. And I didn't want to be that guy. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try and walk a little bit today around the house, which I've done already this morning. There's no outside for me today. Tomorrow we'll try that. And I've read everywhere, and I kind of do believe this, that the more you walk, the more blood goes to the area, and consequently it helps with the healing process. I've also read, and I've tried it this morning, that sitting in a straight chair, I would guess a soft, comfortable one, because that's what I did, but a straight back chair actually is good for you too. And I think it is, like when I get out of bed, I roll as opposed to swinging my legs. And once I roll out of bed and land on my feet, I've been lucky. I find it's really stiff and kind of painful, but once I take a couple of steps, it almost like it loosens up. And that's kind of sort of what what sitting in the straight back chair did this morning too. It hurt. When I sat down there, I was like, oh, geez, and all of a sudden the pain kind of abated a bit. And I think a lot of it has to do with the swelling, because it does get very swollen. And, but this is me. This is me 24 hours in. That's really what I wanted people to see, and I knew from Brett Jackson's video, his video definitely helped me through the procedure. And a big shout out to Northern California there. His video was also real honest, and he's talking about bowel movements, and he's talking about pain, and he's talking about his private parts. And we all have to do that because we're guys. And I swear I saw about 5 or 6 of these videos online, and there were either guys that were crying or guys that were totally full of shit, said they had no pain. So I'm putting it out there just like it's true, because it is true. And this is how I feel today. And hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I'm pretty sure it will be, because I'm doing the right thing. I'm resting. I'm walking a little bit. I'm sitting a little bit. And I know I'm not as well put together as I was yesterday in my my Patriot hat, but I feel good today. I woke up, I'm alive, and most importantly, this is past me now. Every day is a step closer to feeling better, and that's the way I look at it. So if you're on the fence about doing this surgery, and I believe this is going to be the worst day that I have, because everything that I've read from other survivors says that day 2 is the worst. If this is the worst, I mean, it really sure as hell beats, major bowel resection surgery, like I said before. And get it done now, because this second wave of COVID, if it's not hit your area and you're lucky enough to be able to do it, and there are open beds in the hospitals or the surgical center, just do it, because there's no reason to live in pain and not do the things you like to do when the cure really only takes about 4 hours total to get done. That's the one true thing about it. The surgery really only takes an hour. There's an hour and a half intake, and they make you lay around for a half hour. They give you something to drink. They give you something. They tell you to go pee, and if you can pee and you can drink, they toss you out of there, because they don't want to go home. I think they get there at 5 in the morning and leave at 6 o'clock at night. So this is day 2. It's I should have said this in the beginning. It's December 15th, day 2 of my right inguinal open cut recovery. And this is how I feel. So I wanted everybody to see it. I wanted them to see that it's not death, it's not Armageddon. And the cool thing about all of it is I think that after watching the news this morning, they have another vaccine coming out that's going to be approved more than likely on Friday. And get your hernia fixed. So by the time springtime comes and we might be able to get back to some semblance of normal with masks, of course, you'll be able to enjoy it. So that's it for me for today. And I'll be back tomorrow no matter how I feel. Hopefully it's better than this, but if it's not, I'll tell you. And you know what? I'm just one of those just do it guys. I was scared. I just got to tell you this last thing. I was afraid. And I'm 65 and I've never had a surgery before in my life. And watching Brett Jackson's video was the clincher for me. Wow, we're kind of the same age, and he did it, and that was very, very cool, and he put it out there. That was even cooler. So another shout out to him, and hope everybody has a good, safe day today, and 10 days to Christmas. So get online there and hammer Amazon, and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I hope I help somebody. That's the most important thing. That's why I'm doing this. God bless you. That's my dog. I just helped him. So have a great day and take care. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.